Like every village, town and city, Dollar in Clackmannanshire has had its fair share of characters. 4 of these were Robbie Guild, Willie Stewart, John Cole and Robbie Thompson. Robbie Guild was well known in and around Dollar and was made to feel welcome in the homes of its citizens. He delighted in getting a book to read, especially the Bible, but he had issues with his reading capabilities. Sometimes he would reach a certain word in a sentence he couldn't get past, and would sit and repeat, then repeat again the half sentence until he worked out what the word could be. Perhaps rather unkindly, Robbie was often asked to read, as the locals found it funny. It wasn't only reading that Robbie would be stuck at. Often he would be out walking and suddenly stop. This would be because of a stone or a piece of straw or grass that would be in his way, so sometime after staring at it, as if trying to decide what to do with it, he would pick it up, carry it to the side of the road, then go on his way. Young boys in the village would tease him about his peculiar ways, and it was said he got very angry with them. On the whole, though, he was a mild-mannered man with a harmless disposition. He was treated kindly by most of the people in Dollar. He died on 17th March 1841, aged 75. Another well-known character was Willie Stewart. Like Robbie Guild, he was a simple and kind-hearted man. He too was teased by the boys, and because of this, his life was made a misery. Willie used to take messages for people and deliver them throughout the village. He would also carry out little jobs for a number of local families. He was often seen walking around Dollar, so he was an easy target for the schoolboys. He was a thick-set man with a stubborn temper, and the boys would always try to get a rise out of him. If he had given as good as he got, the boys no doubt would have left him alone. Instead, he would rather run than stick up for himself. One night, as the Dollar Academy boys were heading home from school, Willie was heard saying to himself that he'd seen the rude laddies coming again, so decided to go a walk up the high street and no be tormented by them. Willie died in 1857, aged 70. John Cole lived in the Old Town, the part of Dollar that rises up the high street in the 19th century. He used to work in the brickfield as a labourer and was often looked after by his work colleagues. He was described as having slow speech and worked slowly, but on occasion, when someone said something to him that he either didn't like or found amusing, he could give a retort instantly. One of the heritors of the land came upon John as he drew water from an open well by the roadside, when he accused him of dipping his pitchers into the well, rather than using the jug to fill them, as was custom. John denied the accusation, but the heritor replied, "Look at the sides of your pitchers. They're all wet." To which he replied, "Yes, but don't you see? They were running over." The man then asked John if he knew where liars go, so John thought for a moment, then replied, "I dinna ken, sir, but you should ken." Whatever happened to John Cole is unknown. Not far from John's house lived Robbie Thompson. Robbie's speech was poor, and many found talking to him difficult, as they never understood what he said in reply, but he was well liked by the locals. One day, Robbie bought 2 pigeons. He was very pleased with his new purchases. He spent the first week tending to them, but he never allowed them to fly out of the pigeon house, thinking they would realise that was their home, and that was where they had to come back to. He then decided to release them, thinking they wouldn't fly away. So one morning he opened the loft and let them fly out. It was a mistake he would regret. When he let them out, the birds fluttered about, seeming unsure about their new surroundings, but one of them decided to make a bid for freedom. Robbie watched his birds in wonder, but became anxious when the bird flew away, never to return. Sometime later, he spotted a pigeon sitting on top of his chimney top, apparently quite happy and contented, where it had stopped for a rest. Robbie turned round and said to his companions in his own quaint way, "Winder Cinder," thinking his bird had returned. Robbie was seen sometime after this, breaking up rocks on the road to Glendevon. But whatever became of this gentle soul is unknown. If you enjoyed this episode of Scotland's History, please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching.